as discussed in the PowerPoint, Solidworks allows us to do environmental impact analysis of a part or assembly. What I have here is a drive sled for a personal computer. Anybody who's taken out a hard drive is probably familiar with this part. It's a consumer product that's mass produced, so we want to do an impact analysis to make sure we make the best choices regarding materials and manufacturing processes. So what we're going to look at is carbon footprint, energy consumed, air acidification, water eutrophication, and what drives those impacts is the material we use, the process and the region that it's manufactured in, and the actual use region where it's going to be marketed and consumed, and the end of life, whether it's going to go to the dump or be recycled or whatever the case may be. So we have two versions. This you can see is a plastic, ABS plastic version of it, and we also have a sheet metal version that's basically stamped. So you can see we got two options basically, injection molding or metal stamping. So I'm probably just going to go through the plastic one for the sake of time. You know, this allows us to, having two different configurations allows us to examine two different materials, manufacturing processes, and so on and so forth. But for the sake of time, we're just going to go through a plastic analysis and see what better choices we can make. So we'll launch the utility, Sustainability Express, continue. You can see here we have a dialog, input parameters class. Basically, we're going to use plastics, and then let's say we'll do PC high viscosity. Process is going to be injection molded. You can see it's solving with a little indicator right there. We're going to manufacture in, let's say, North America, and we're going to use in North America. So now you can see we got nice little pie charts of our various impacts: carbon, energy, air, and water. What subcategory, I guess, makes up or the cause of each of these impacts, and the majority, of course, is material. And you can see yellow, we got a lot of manufacturing impacts. So now we're going to set a baseline. Basically, we're going to say this is our initial design. Is there a better way to do this so that the environment's not so doesn't have such a great impact on it? So I'm going to pin that there. We will set a baseline. So this is our baseline. This is what we're benchmarking against, essentially. Now we are going to see if we can sub a better material. So we need to find, you know, something similar to the characteristics that really drive the design. So under our properties, we can set, let's say, go with density. Got kilograms per meter cubed. We'll say that's going to be approximate. And then tensile strength, we want something, let's say, greater than what we have right now. Then we can say find similar. Okay, now we got some options here that meet those material characteristics. So we got acrylic medium, nylon 101, perspex, and we'll say, let's try acrylic medium here. hopefully, which it is, it's below our original baseline. The green will indicate that, you know, we're headed in the right direction essentially. So I think we're going to try, let's say, nylon 101, just to compare the two. And then we got, you know, an update basically. So now we'll just go with this one. And then the values update, as you can see. We're doing a lot better than we were with our original material. And then we will say, set that. Now we can see the color change, so our material updated. Again, we can look at our pie charts just one more time to make sure we're where we want to be in terms of goals. And that's really about it. It's basically a tool just to compare do what if scenarios on what materials have the greatest impacts on, you know, these four aspects of the environment. So lastly, you can run reports. Let's see here, I think that's email, I think that's create. Now it's going to generate us a nice little report that we could use to send to a customer or management or whoever the stakeholders are in the project. And it's thinking. So now we have a nice little report. And you can put your company logo in, and you know, it tells you the material, volume, surface area, all that stuff. And then kind of a key here, manufacturing and use regions, both shown in the United States. And you can add summary information and basically a report on what we finally choose and the impacts it's going to have in terms of carbon regarding material manufacturing, use, and end of life. And it also shows our baseline, that the material we started with, PC high viscosity. And now we have a sustainability report. And we can see red bad, green good. We might take a hit on material procurement, but in the end, it appears that we do quite well in product manufacturing, product use, and end of life. So it's all about trade-offs. I think for the most part, I made a good choice regarding material. And that is really about it. There's a glossary that kind of explains what the meanings of the impacts are, and that is the end of this demo.